Hey guys, Adam with Grey Ghost Tactical, and today going to talk about a power inverter, and how it relates to survival. I think that everybody should have one of these in their car. This is a little small one. I actually got this on sale at Harbor Freight. It's 80 watt with 160 watt max. Power inverter. And for those of you that don't know what a power inverter does, it basically converts DC power, which is like your car, into AC power, which is like your house. And you can buy these all the way up to, that'll power all kinds of stuff. You can power tools with them, you can recharge cell phones, you can power laptops, and pretty much do anything with one of these, as long as you have a vehicle. Now, these do drain your batteries vehicle, so you have to keep your vehicle running. But it's a great way, like I said, if you wanted to charge a TV or charge a laptop, or a cell phone or GPS or anything that you can plug into your house. The reason these are important is because if something was to happen, and say a natural disaster or an earthquake or whatever, there's a lot of cars that are out on the road, and a car is pretty much an independent power source. Now, with the exception of like a really huge EMP, a car battery will still work. You may have to do a little bit of finagling to get it to where you're not killing the battery immediately, but most of them, if you take and you turn the ignition to accessory, you can access the battery's power. And then if you can crank and drive the vehicle, you can recharge the battery. So these are really great. This plugs into the cigarette lighter. Like I said, this is a small one. This is meant for like charging cell phones, charging a laptop, something like that. But they have them all the way up to where you can get like 4,500 watts. Stuff you can cook off of them with like a skillet. A skillet's like 1,500 watts. Most anything electrical will have a power rating on it. Oops, sorry about that. So if you look right there, it says 80 watt power inverter, and its output is 115 volts at 60 hertz. So that's the same as your house power. So if you were to take a voltmeter and stick it in the wall and measure the power and the current that's coming out of it, that's what you would get. The input's 12 volts DC, so that's what's coming out of your cigarette port. And it's 80 watts. So like I said, this is 160 watt peak, meaning that it can run up to 160 watts for a short amount of time. But it runs 80 watts continuously. It has one standard household port there, as you can see. And then it has a USB there, which would charge any type of USB-B device. The beauty about this, though, is like I said, a lot of phones won't fast charge on a 12 volt or a USB port outlet unless you have the wall adapter. Well, if you have one of these for $8, Harbor Freight, a Centech brand, then you can fast charge your cell phone. I use this in my truck I've got a, in my toolbox, I keep a cordless drill, cordless impact wrench, a flashlight, and a tire inflator. And all of them run off of the same battery here. So, and this is not a Harbor Freight promo, it's just because their stuff is pretty good and it's pretty cheap. But like I said, I use that, and I plug this in my cigarette lighter, and then I plug a battery charger in there, and I can now charge my batteries when I'm driving. And like I said, so I've got an impact wrench in case I need to change a tire. I've got a drill, which is self-explanatory, and then I've got a flashlight and a tire inflator, and they run off those batteries. I got two batteries, one one stays on charge and the other one will stay in a tool. I'll rotate them out every once in a while. But like I said, the great thing about this is it's small, and it gives you the capability of being able to charge on the go. So, like that drill, or if we were in a, you know, SHTF scenario, they make all kinds of things. They make pumps, transfer pumps, so you could pump water into like a 50-gallon bucket, or gasoline if you needed to. They make chainsaws, they make pole saws, blowers, vacuums. So you could pretty much carry a cordless set in like a toolbox or in your trunk and use this to charge the batteries, which just gave you a whole ton of tools. Like I said, and they make them up to where you can actually run power tools off of them. 1800 watt, 4500 watt. Those are typically hardwired in the car, like behind the seat, and they go straight to the battery. And depending on how big of one you get and how much you use it, you may actually have to install a second battery and possibly a second alternator. But you know, that's a little bit out of the scope of this video. This is more of just to kind of get you along that line, you know, of letting you think about it. Back when I was in sales and I was on the road all the time, I would actually carry one of these. I believe it was a 1000 watt, but and this was, you know, 10-15 years ago. But it would power my laptop, and I had a printer, and it would power my hotspot and charge my cell phone, and I could do all of that. So I had pretty much a mobile business, mobile office, and I could, you know, I would usually go and sit in the back seat of the car because there was more room outside the front seat all the way to the front. And, you know, I could print, I could receive emails, I could do work, and I could do it all sitting in the car. Very similar to like a cop car, law enforcement, or any type of service vehicle. But these are really great. Like I said, you can pick this model up at Harbor Freight. The going price on it's about $10, and you know, this is a really handy tool, and I believe it would be very valuable in a SHTF situation. There are some other ones that don't have this 12-volt plug on, and you can get with the alligator clips. You can get them with the like the lug washers, so that you can actually tighten it down to a battery post or whatever. And for the most part, if you were in a needed stealth power, these are a lot quieter than generators. You pretty much have a fan, like a computer fan noise is all you have, and it could get a little bit louder, but like for the most part, that's all you really have. Like I said, $8. I've had it for a couple months now. Picked it up on sale, and really great piece of gear to add to your truck survival kit and put in every car. Like I said, even if you're just using it to charge batteries for tools, you know, it'll excel like that. So anyway, this is Adam with Grey Ghost Tactical signing out.